The group stage is entering its final hours, and the drama has been absolutely relentless today. Netherlands powered through as Group F winners with a dominant display. Japan and Sweden served up one of the group stage's most exciting late thrillers. Australia punched their ticket to the knockouts with a disciplined draw. And one jaw-dropping red card story is reshaping everything we thought we knew about the rulebook at this World Cup. Welcome to SoccerVault. Here is everything you missed today, broken down match by match. We are in the final stretch of the group stage. Every point, every goal, every card is carrying massive weight. Let's get into it. Netherlands 3-1 Tunisia, Group F winners. The Dutch are flying, and don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Netherlands dominated Tunisia in Kansas City tonight to seal the top spot in Group F, winning 3-1 in a performance that was far more comfortable than the scoreline suggests. It took just 3 minutes to open proceedings, a nightmare start for Tunisia. Elias Skiri turned the ball into his own net under relentless pressure from the Dutch attack. Then, 4 minutes later, 4 minutes, Brian Brobbey drove forward and made it 2. Game over. This was a Netherlands side that came here with intent, and they showed it from the very first whistle. Tunisia did manage to pull one back in the 54th minute through Hazem Mastouri, a goal that briefly raised the temperature in the stadium and gave the North African side a flicker of hope. But it lasted all of 8 minutes. John-Paul van Hecke rose highest to meet a corner and powered a header past the keeper in the 62nd minute. That was that. Netherlands go through as Group F winners. Tunisia are eliminated without a single win or a single point. This Dutch team looks genuinely dangerous heading into the knockouts, and their potential opponents should be paying very close attention to that opening 15 minutes of football. Japan 1-1, Sweden, Group F, late drama. What a finish. What a finish. Japan and Sweden put on the kind of heart-stopping late drama that makes the World Cup group stage completely unmissable. Daisen Maeda broke the deadlock in the 56th minute, a precise left-footed strike after a perfectly weighted through ball from Ritsu Doan. Japan looked to be in total control at that point. With 10 minutes remaining on the clock, they were heading for a comfortable second place in Group F. And then, at 62 minutes, chaos. Anthony Elanga, who has been one of the genuine revelations of this entire World Cup, produced a moment of absolute brilliance. A curled left-footed finish from outside the penalty box. Inch-perfect technique, stunning composure, and a goalkeeper who could do absolutely nothing about it. That is Elanga's second goal of the tournament, and let me tell you right now, it might be the single best strike of the entire group stage so far. Both teams advance from Group F. Japan finish in second place and will carry that sharp attacking identity into the knockouts. Sweden go through as one of the best third-place teams in the tournament, a side that has shown a relentless refusal to accept defeat. That is a genuinely dangerous characteristic when the knockout rounds begin and every match becomes a final. Paraguay, 0-0. Australia, Group D. Qualification confirmed. Australia are through, and they will take every last bit of it. A goalless draw against Paraguay at Santa Clara's Levi's Stadium was enough for the Socceroos to clinch second place in Group D on goal difference. It wasn't glamorous, it wasn't explosive, but it was efficient, disciplined, and ultimately exactly what Australia needed. This was a match defined by compact defensive structures, intense midfield battles in tight spaces, and half chances that neither side could convert into goals. Australia showed exactly what is required to survive and advance in a World Cup group: tactical organization, defensive resilience, and the mental strength to stay patient when a draw is enough to see you through. For Graham Arnold's side, qualifying from the group stage at a World Cup is a genuinely significant achievement that deserves proper recognition. They now face a knockout round match on July 3rd in Arlington, Texas, and if Australia can replicate this defensive discipline while adding just a little more quality in the final third, they will not be a comfortable team to face. Paraguay exit the tournament with heads held high after giving everything in the group stage. Biggest talking point: the covering mouth red card. We need to talk about this because it is the most controversial single storyline of this entire tournament, and it is not going away anytime soon. Miguel Almirón became the first player in World Cup history to be sent off under FIFA's new covering mouth rule. Almiron was dismissed in first-half stoppage time for covering his mouth while exchanging words with an opposing player. That is the offense. That is it. Nothing more. The intent behind the rule is understandable. FIFA wants all on-pitch communication to remain clearly visible, to make it easier to identify suspicious behavior or potential match-fixing signals. The logic is there on paper. But watching a world-class midfielder receive a red card for whispering on the biggest footballing stage on the entire planet? It looks reckless. It looks wildly disproportionate. And on global television, reaching an audience of hundreds of millions, it looks completely absurd. And here is what makes the whole story even more extraordinary. Paraguay went on to win the match with 10 men. The red card achieved absolutely nothing except generating outrage across every major football platform and social media channel on the planet. FIFA created a rule specifically designed to protect the integrity of the game, and its very first major application in tournament football has made the game itself look like a farce. There will be serious, ongoing debate about this rule long after this World Cup ends. The underlying principle is defensible. The execution and the optics are not. Miguel Almirón has been written into football history for all the wrong reasons. And FIFA owes every fan watching a much clearer explanation of how this rule will be enforced consistently going forward. Upcoming fixtures preview: the group stage is heading into its final dramatic night, and we have some enormous matches ahead in the coming hours. Tonight at 7 p.m. UTC, that is 3 a.m. SGT, in the early hours of June 27th, Norway take on France in Group 1. France have looked sharp and clinical throughout this tournament, but Norway have genuinely surprised people with their high press intensity, physical directness, and quality on set pieces. Kylian Mbappé going up against a Scandinavian defensive block specifically built to suffocate him. This is a fascinating tactical matchup that I cannot wait to watch. Bold prediction: France win 2-1, but Norway make them work every single second. At midnight, UTC, 8 a.m. SGT, Uruguay face Spain in Group H, and this is the one I am most excited about. Uruguay are compact, aggressive, physically imposing, and entirely capable of causing a major upset. Spain have shown genuine technical brilliance throughout this tournament, but they have also shown moments of vulnerability against sides that sit deep, defend in numbers, and hit dangerously on the counterattack. If Darwin Núñez is at his explosive best, this is going to be absolutely electric. I'm calling 1-1, both teams through, neither side backing down. Then at 3 a.m. UTC, 11 a.m. SGT, Belgium face New Zealand in Group G. Belgium still possess the attacking class and creative quality to break down organized defenses, and I fully expect them to do exactly that here. Bold call: 2-0 Belgium. They top the group, the All-Whites exit having represented themselves with genuine pride throughout the tournament. The group stage is almost done, and this World Cup has already delivered messy hat tricks, historic own goals, VAR drama that had everyone screaming at their screens, and now, a red card for whispering. And we are just getting started. The round of 32 is almost here, and this tournament is only going to get bigger, louder, and more dramatic from here. Smash that like button, hit subscribe if you are not already part of the SoccerVault family, and drop your take in the comments below. Which group stage result has shocked you the most? We will see you in the knockouts. Let's go.